and images also. What is the jar and what is the var files? Whatever the applications you have to build, whatever the applications you have to deploy, that applications released one files. That file is jar file and that file is var files. Maven web application released in jar file. Maven standalone application released in var file. Maven enterprises application released in EAR file. So these are the three files related releasing, right? We use Sonatype Nexus repository. Okay, so this is a logo of Sonatype Nexus repository. What is the use of this Sonatype Nexus repository? See, this is a repository dashboard. Okay, this is a repository dashboard. Repository in the sense this is not a GitHub repository. Okay, this is a completely different. Observing that these are completely different. Everyone just I will share the link. Open this image and just you can see that image. Automatically we can understand. We have an idea. Okay, I will share that link. I will paste that link in chat box, guys. Please check it once. I'll share the one link. Please check it. Link is visible. Everyone open the link. Open everyone.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, just open and see the link and see the image. So I will explain that image. Actually, this image will help the creation the repositories. Okay. Sonatype Nexus repository will help the creation of repositories, and Sonatype Nexus repository operating system like also we have to use, and repository management, repository distribution management purpose also we have to use, and mostly storage in the application, deploy the application, build the application, and artifact creation purpose also we have to use. So these are the all public repositories. Okay, we will show really. Wait a 1 second. Repository. Yeah, repository. Dashboard also we have to open. 1 second. The public repository also available and private repository is also available. See, this is a repository dashboards. Okay, this is a repository dashboard. This is a developer dashboard actually. Mainly we have to use this dashboard. Mainly we have to use. Okay, this dashboard is will have to create. Okay, manage applications and all the configurations implementation purpose we have to use this repository. It acts as a central place to store the project dependencies and build outputs. And mainly we have to use the Sonatype Nexus repository manager. Use it to store and manage and share the build certificates like a jar and var files, and mostly we have to use the creation of repository purpose. Okay, mostly we have to use the repository purpose, and in this Sonatype repository creation, deployment, certificate uploading purpose also we have to use. So this Sonatype Nexus repository dashboard, Sonatype Nexus port number is 8081. We have to change the port number also, configuration also there. In this Sonatype mostly we have to use dependencies and distribution management purpose also. 1 second, whatever the use of Sonatype Nexus repository in code pattern and codes in which type of application we have to deploy, I will show. Okay, 1 second. And I will share my screen and I will open the GitHub account. I will explain the code in what is the stage we have to implement it in Sonatype Nexus repository. What is the use case? mostly deployment purpose. And which case of using in Sonatype Nexus repository, we can implement the code. Okay, I will show the code. Everyone open the GitHub accounts. Already I will share the codes in previously. Right, everyone open the GitHub accounts. I will show the code pattern and all those things. The code pattern, which stage we have to implement it in Sonatype Nexus repository, I will show. Okay, I'm going to my repository. I will open my repository. Wait a few minutes. I will open the dashboards. Guys, everyone open the GitHub account and Maven web application code. Okay, I'll share my screen, guys, again. Please open the GitHub accounts, everyone. Open GitHub account and check the web application code. Okay, this is the web application code. Everyone, please open the GitHub account. What is the scenario? I will explain. This is the code. Okay. See, and see this Sonatype Nexus repository binary artifact management now in the cloud also we have to use. Mostly in this Sonatype Nexus, these are understand. See, this Sonatype Nexus repository is a leading, widely used binary artifact manager that stores, organize and distribute the software components, containers like a Docker and build artifacts Maven and Maven NPM also. Mostly we have to use this offers community free of pro license also be available, and editors mostly we have to additions and enabling and centralized artifacts also available. So this is a centralized artifacts and mostly managed the security controls. This is Sonatype Nexus repository. Mostly we have to manage the security controls and improve the build performance for DevOps teams. Okay, improve the build performance in DevOps teams. See, going to observing this dashboard. One second, images. See, this dashboard mostly will help to different types of repositories also available. Okay, repository types, formats, securities, versions, deployments and alternatives. Mostly in these formats of repository types, in that supported hosted internal components also we have to use, and repository is a Maven central and virtual repositories also we have to create it, and public repositories also available. How to connect this dashboard I will tell you. Okay, formats, which formats mostly we have to use? Format in the sense like a supported repository version format, like mostly in this 2026 30 format mostly we have to use this in Nexus repository. And security more, how much of type will security providing, like a security is include the advanced security. Okay, advanced security was providing, and at the same time in this manual creations and automation creations also available. Manually we have to deploy the application, automatically deploying the application also available. In these versions mostly as of latest version 2025 and 2026 Nexus repository version is 3. Okay, Nexus repository version is 3 mostly. I will show. See this release 26 2.0.11930. This is a community build. This is a repository static code analysis format is done. Next we have to use this repository. In this Nexus repository is a 3 version. Okay, 3 version. Mostly is a 3 supported. Version also I will show, guys. One second. This is a released latest version, deployment latest version. 2025 and 2026 Nexus repository 3 is the standard required version, and supported the Java is 21. Okay, 21, and mostly in the DevOps engineers using on 21 version and 3 supported, and 25 26 latest versions. Java in the DevOps engineers workflow. Okay, deployment purpose can be deployed the mostly we have to use the AWS cloud environment also we have to deploy. See, this is a community edition. Okay, compare the editors. Like in a compare the editors. What is the meaning of community edition? Okay, community meaning, community build meaning. Free, ideal for small teams, include the REST API automated cleanups also available and support core formats. Okay, pro edition meaning. Okay, pro edition meaning, pro edition in the sense like a licensed version designed for enterprise needs, offering high availability, enhanced security and numerical support also available. Okay, in this nexus common use cases also available. So how to take this URL, how to using on this URL, I will tell you. See, straight away you can go to option is there na, so directly we can go to community edition. So going to learn more, I think mostly. See, in this learn more, SonarCube community build option is available, and see the free tier also available. Download free option is there, right? Just you can go to copy the link. Okay, straight away you can down here, and that's it. Uh, I will show how to download the link. Okay. Download format also there. Okay, I will show download format also. So straight away. Okay, one URL is this. So now type download URL. Okay, that URL will open. So everyone open the code. Say once we have to use this stage, this. Okay, this stage mostly we have to use a complete code is complete. We have to build the Maven. Okay, Maven, what is the file was released? Var file. So what is this stage? This stage will helps to deploy the code and code quality checking progress purpose. We help to SonarCube. Right? Next, right? And next we have to go to code quality and checking progress purpose using a distributed management. Okay, so this is the distribution management of Nexus repository. Observing the distributed management and the Nexus and repository and Nexus and release and Nexus repository, and mostly we have to use and see, this is a release Nexus repository. This is a repository URL and the name and all those things. So what is the Nexus repository using? This Nexus repository, mostly we have to use the deployment, build the certificate, implementation purpose, configuration purpose. We have to use the Nexus repository. Okay, and mostly this distribution management will code deployment purpose and output checking progress purpose, certificate implementation purpose. We have to use the Nexus repository distribution management. Okay, and this process mostly we have to use this Nexus repository management tool. Like mostly we have to use the developers. Okay, as usual, developers we can store and manage and distribute the different software components. Okay, different software components in the sense like adding on versions. See, this is a 3.81 version, JUnit cases, and we can change the unit cases, everything. Once we have to involving into Nexus, now automatically we can, whatever the modifications you can do, automatically we can understand. Suppose if you want to modify the version and the name, yeah, it's possible. If you want to change the application, yeah, it's possible. Everything we can possible. So as a developer, Java developer, developed by the normal code, and we can pushing into some code space, and at the same time entering into DevOps engineers in work. So that time automatically we can modifying, we can deploying distribution, code quality, analysis, dependencies, distributed different software components and packages, like management of various types of certificates of software development purpose, like libraries, binaries, containers, and many more multi-format support also we have to use. Okay, mostly we have to use in a Maven and Docker. Mostly Maven we can deployment purpose we have to use. Like we choose the Maven, it's a ability to trace of the versions and build components is easily, and respect to the software easily we can deploy any software. Okay, so in this Sonatype Nexus, mostly we have to use the repository. Okay, mostly we have to use the repository, and this stage we have to maintain. See, these two are the repositories. See, observing that two is the repositories. Check your codes also. This stage also available. This is the dependencies of distribution management stage. Okay, distribution management stage. What is these two repositories? How to create these two repositories? With help of two repositories creation, going to this is a repository. Okay, how to create this repository? First we have to connecting into first we have to connecting into nexus dashboard. Otherwise next we have to connecting into dashboard, installation, and the next connection, and the next we have to deploy. So once we have to create the repository, this is the dashboard of creation of repository, creating purpose. So this is dashboard of creation. Okay, so the dashboard creation dashboard, and next we have to go to this is a repository. See this repository, observing that. See, this repository will helps to the locate of the artifacts. There are several types of repositories. Okay, supported by the nexus, hosted, proxy, and virtual repositories. Also there. Once we have to deploy the code in repository dashboard, once we have to deploy the code, see this kind of certificate was released. What is this certificate? A bundle of the deployable software that we can be a library and Docker images like and any other binary to utilizing purpose, support and deployment purpose, and checking progress purpose also we have to use. Okay, so this is a releasing the function. Whatever the application you can build, this kind of architecture must and should we have to implement it. Repository manager. This is a repository release manager. Okay, and this repository creation, mostly repository manager, the application which provides this application which provides interface functionally through which can manage and repository can the artifact purpose also we have to use. So first we have to create the repository, and next we can deploy the code. Okay, next we can deploy the code, and at the same time we can configure the group ID and artifact ID also. Okay, this is a group ID. See, this is an nexus ID, right? This is an nexus ID, and like artifact ID also. This observing that this is a group ID and nexus ID. This nexus ID mostly will help provide the unique identification purpose. Okay, this nexus ID mostly provide the unique identification of artifact in the repository. The group of ID usual identifies the organization and group responsible for the authentication purpose also we have to use. Okay, see, this nexus ID will helps to unique identification certificate in a repository purpose also we have to use this certificate ID. Okay, what is the versioning? What is the versioning of using in this nexus repository? Observing in this versioning stage, see this group ID. See this group ID is com.empty and web application name, and package is var file and versioning. So this is the stage of artifact ID, nexus repository manager, and artifact also. So com.empty is group ID. Like assume that, okay, com.id is group ID. This group ID will help to provide the unique identification, artifact in the repository, and usually identify the organization purpose. This is a Marvin web application is a code name. What is the file was released? Where file was released? See this versioning. What is the use of versioning? Assigned unique version numbers of the artifacts to allow good management of dependencies. Okay, allow good management of dependencies. Okay, so these kind of the things we have to use it in Sonata Nexus repository. So mostly once we have to deploy this application, deploy the configuration, what are the benefits? Improve the security, Okay, improve the security. Mostly developers, DevOps engineers, we have to entering into work, automatically deploying the cases and scenarios. Everything we can modifying that. In once we can use this process, na automatically will help conditions and all those things. So I will show the Sonar Cube installation. Okay, I have a one URL of Sonar Cube. Sonatech Nexus repository. So I will give that URL also. Okay. I'll copy the link actually. Okay, we can check. I will send the software in your chat box. HTTP binary sonarcode.com distribution sonarcube. Source. This is sonarcube version, guys.